morning, everybody. Coco and I are back. Aren't we, little gal? Pretty sure it's Thursday. And we are really happy to be back. We just got back from our first ever EXP conference, which was great to meet some fellow agents. It was especially great to mastermind with our own group, which was just insane. Shout out to, I'll miss half of them, but Curtis, what are you doing? Curtis Johnson, Mary Simmons Maloney, Lauren Taylor, Kyle Whistle, Dan Beer, so many other greats were right under the roof of this VRBO house we rented, and the masterminding going on was insane. So I get back today, and what I got to do, I got to get back in the groove, and I got to start listening to my podcasts, making sure I'm staying up on what I need to share with you guys. And so in the shower, as usual, I'm listening to my favorite, can't say favorite, my most useful social media podcast. I have others for different topics, and that is the Social Media Examiner podcast. It is incredible. It's definitely the authority. My team and I have been to Social Media Marketing World in San Diego the last 2 years, and that's a gathering of 7,000 marketing professionals who bring you the latest, greatest, everything there is that you have to know if you're in social media marketing. Better yet, I like to consider it a service offer to you guys, which is I watch those things so you don't have to. So that's the goal there, is I'll disseminate and get the stuff that really matters. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know about you, but I don't need to hear all the details of whatever Twitter is coming up with, or Periscope's offering something. I didn't know Periscope was still around. Apparently it is. But anyway, here's the big news that came out this morning, which is why I say I'm so happy to be back doing the drive this morning. But there's some evidence that maybe content such as the drive should go away. And let me tell you what that kind of controversial information is. So today, Michael Selzner was talking about Facebook. We've all been talking a lot about long-form content and the importance of putting long-form video content out on Facebook. So Selzner says he's been digging into his analytics, which you can do if you have a business page. Go into your Facebook Insights tab. On the left-hand side, look at your posts, and when you open that up, go choose some of the video ones and look at your analytics. On the right, one of the things it'll say is audience retention, and then you start scrolling that bar back and forth. And what he said, which I found to be fairly consistent with our content as well, depending a little, of course, on which platform we were on and which one of our businesses we were on. But bottom line, 1%, let's say, of people watching long-form video are watching to the 1 minute mark. And so what is long-form content? Really anything over 2 minutes or so, sadly, with our attention span, is considered long-form content. So he made a great analogy. He said, here's the deal. Think of Facebook kind of like a highway. And we can all attest to this, right? We're scrolling, we're just looking through, and it will call a 3-second pause to see what's happening, to read a title, and keep going. Facebook will call that a 3-second video. Sometimes the metrics are set for 10-second video. But think, how sad is that in some ways, that 3 to 10 seconds is really how we measure some good engagement. So Selzner was furious. He goes in there and looks. He goes, so on a 5,000 view video I have out there, let's say, when I go and look, that is very inflated, because really 50 people on average actually made it to minute 1. That's insane, right? So then the next question becomes, well, I mean, so what? You know, if a few people watched it and they kind of enjoyed it, and maybe if they watched 10 seconds, at least you're top of mind, right? Here's the rub. What we talk about all the time is, if we aren't careful, we send signals to Facebook that our content is no good. If Facebook is seeing these analytics, which it is, it's giving them to us, the algorithm does not like it. The algorithm is telling them they're putting out bad stuff. We don't want these guys. We don't want to promote them because they're killing Facebook. They're making people leave Facebook because they've got lousy content. Do we have lousy content? No. Michael Selzner, my goodness, as he says, we have huge following and viewership. But he goes, I have people that tell me they have put me to see first and as a top favorite, and they haven't been seeing my videos for ages. So it's just the way that Facebook plays behind the scenes. So what we want to be really intentional about and very careful about is putting out content that people don't interact with, because Facebook is going to intuitively say it's bad content. Anything these people put out, not just their long-form video content, is now a little sketchy, because people don't really like them, right? It's kind of the whole donkey and unicorn theory. So what are our options? Well, we have the option to put the content on YouTube, which we're already doing, and I know a lot of you are as well. Here's the problem always been with YouTube. Facebook, we've always said, would punish you in some ways if you put the content on YouTube, because if you post on Facebook then a link saying click here to watch our video, the problem with that is Facebook does not want people leaving Facebook. Google and YouTube are buddies and own each other. Facebook and Instagram do. So they don't really like you sending people to the competition. But here's what you can do is you put it on YouTube, and Seltzner's data showed that 52% of the people who went over to YouTube and clicked play watched the entire video. He said, think of Facebook as a highway where you're just scrolling, so the only thing that's going to catch your eye on the highway is like a billboard. So we need to be thinking about putting out billboard type content, very quick, easy to consume, visual, short, on Facebook, whereas YouTube is more the kickback, take shoes off and watch a while video platform. So that's where we want to put our longer content, with some type of billboard from Facebook to drive it to YouTube. Facebook's not going to like us driving it to YouTube, but they don't obviously like us putting out things with 1% watch rate either, right? So this is what we're going to be experimenting with over the coming days. Now, I will go ahead and tell you, on a personal page, it's a little different, right? So I can keep doing the drive right here on our personal page, which I intend to keep doing at least for the immediate future for right now. But Facebook still treats it the same, right? If you guys don't watch, if you guys don't like, or much more importantly, comment occasionally. Comments are huge. Comments are the lifeblood of this show and every other show, because more people, including yourself, will see this and will know whenever I've gone live or I have some content out there if you interact. And I know a lot of you like to stay behind the scenes, and that's cool. I love you anyway. But Facebook is looking for content engagement. They are looking for meaningful reaction between one another, between human beings. So whenever you put a comment, and especially a 10-word comment is even more valuable than a 1-word comment. That's what Facebook is looking for, to decide this person is providing valuable content. We're going to show her friends this content more often. So put this in strategy for yourselves. Remember, that's the data that we're looking at. It's so incredibly short. And if you're looking at something, I can't tell if there is kind of mostly breaking up. I don't know if this is breaking up for anybody else, because I'll re-record it later if I need to, because this is really important information. So anyway, that's the tidbit I wanted to share for today. You know, we live in a small town and our Wi-Fi is not that great. So in any event, it's big news for Michael Seltzner to be pulling their 7-minute videos off of Facebook completely. They literally pulled them. That's big news, and I want you guys to be the first ones to know about it. So I'll bring you more details as I know it, but for now, I intend to continue on my personal channel, at least, producing the drive for the next coming weeks, and we'll kind of play with the algorithm and see how it works. But if you want to see it, if you want to help out, you want to raise it up in your feed and make it visible to yourself and to others, then like, comment, share. Comments are number one, and I always appreciate them. And I appreciate all of you who watch live. It means the world to me. And I'm so glad to be home and ready to get to the office. And Coco is really looking to check things out. Coco, do you want to say bye to everyone? Look at that pretty girl. Have you ever seen a more beautiful baby? If you have, post in the comments a picture of your beautiful baby. That all works. That's engagement, guys. Love you guys. Thank you for your support.